this whole thing is actually so fucking sad. Why? Because on one hand, you have the clout goblins that are trying to gobble up everything by Kanye being on their podcasts and on their shows, because everyone knows everyone's going to watch it because people just want to know what the hell he's going to say, like what next is going to come out of Ye's mouth, right? And then on the other hand, you have Kanye, who's clearly going through some manic episode. Clearly, he's going through it. He really is. I mean, like, this interview literally, it showcases that. I don't know what else to say. This is just insane. So, continuing.
Group doesn't mean yeah, but look,
I love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis.
Oh man, well, I have to disagree with that.
What? Oh my God, it's been removed. Oh God, okay. There you have it.
I see good things about Hitler also. I love everyone, and Jewish people are not going to tell me you can love, us. And you can love what we're doing to you with the contracts.
No.
And you can love what we're pushing with the pornography.
No.
But this guy that invented highways, invented the very microphone that I use as a musician, you can't say out loud that this person ever did anything good. And I'm done with that. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
You're not a Nazi.
Oh my.
Picking up the Yahoo and the netting. So
what is this?
For now he's just netting. I know some people call him BB. No, some people call him Yahoo. But we're gonna call him netting. What you want, netting? Hey, Ye, right after this, I'm gonna say you're crazy. I'm gonna take your family away from you. We're not done with you yet. You cannot cause free thought. We have to control the history books. We have to control the banks, and we have to go and kill people. Also, we're in the pedophilia.
So
I don't know how Alex Jones continues. Look at Nick is about to piss himself laughing over here on the far right. I'm no fan of Nick. He's just loving all this. He's clout goblining it up. And Alex Jones is like, I don't know if this was a really good idea getting Ye on the show. This is just, I don't know. Even for me, he's talking about how he loves Hitler. Now he's making, I don't know what the hell that was. It's just, I don't know if there's a good idea. Can we talk about how the frogs are gay? Please, can we get back to that?
And in a little while, hopefully, you're going to take the mask off because is this actually Ye here?
You know when Alex Jones is insinuating the fact that, hey, Ye, you're saying some crazy things, and that's coming from Alex Jones. You know that in and of itself, it's a bad thing.
But I mean, just because you're
Another
in love with
clip here?
design, you're a designer. Can we just kind of say like you like the uniforms, but that's about it?
There's a lot of things that I love about Hitler. A lot of things.
I don't think Hitler was a good guy. I get the Hugo Boss uniforms, amazing. But I mean, just because you're in love with the design, you're a designer. Can we just kind of say,
ooh, what a slippery slope to slide down. I mean, it's so slippery because there are people out there in the world that are literally like praising this, all right? And they're like, yes, keep saying it, free speech. But they idolize people like Hitler. They actually are people who are like that. There are people who are like, this is stoking the fire underneath their ass to go out there and start protesting hate crimes. Like this is the type of thing. Like this is cause and effect right here. So it's just so bad. And also it's sad that they're giving it. He's going on another platform and it's diving even deeper into how much Kanye is really an anti-Semitic person. Like it's digging way too deep into things that are just should not be shared. The man is saying he loves Hitler. Like this is mental. Consider this like a based take. Here's my opinion on the whole Kanye situation. The man is obviously going through like a manic episode. And most people who are going through manic episodes, they don't actually realize that they're having one, right? They can't, because they're not of that state of mind to be aware of it. And that's why people are like, well, you know, he just should be surrounded by people who are going to help him. It's kind of hard to do when somebody who's going through something doesn't know they're actually going through something because they're going through it. It's hard to understand and explain, but that's usually the case with people going through manic episodes. Now, the weird kind of part is, and this is where it gets based, is you have people out there who are platforming him on their podcast knowing he's going through these phases and he's not himself. All right, as much as he says he's being his authentic self, I mean, a lot of the things he's saying is just, it's truly questionable for a normal human being to say, that just doesn't sound right, you know? Like, it just doesn't sound right. For him to say he loves Hitler and he loves Nazis, and, you know, it's because, I don't know, we'll look into some of it. We'll look at some of the clips and, like, what he put on Twitter here in a second. But, I mean, people like Alex freaking Jones, all right? Alex Jones thinking like, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come up with the idea to make the biggest live streaming podcast event after I saw all the controversy from him going on all the other podcasts. I can't even do the impression, so I'm going to stop. But after he saw all the controversy that Kanye spewed on all the other podcasts, he's like, you know what? This is going to be a good comeback for me to get a lot of views and clicks to my broadcast. And I know it's going to be controversial because people are going to come to it and they're going to check it out because they just want to see and hear what the hell is going to come out of Kanye's mouth. Like, what else is going to come out that's going to shock the world? Okay? And sure enough, that happened. It went deep down the Kanye rabbit hole, and it happened. And even Alex Jones himself had to, like, you know, giggle some of it off and be like, hey man, like, you're not really serious about that, like, you don't actually think that way. Like, we'll check it out here in a second, but it's just like he started to realize that maybe bringing Kanye on, even though he's trying to be a clout goblin off of this clearly, and you got like Nick there too, who's a clout goblin in and of itself, a 24-year-old clout goblin wearing the same blue freaking hoodie over and over again. Can we talk about that? Like, hello? But I mean, it's like the clout can only go so far, and then it's like, this was probably a bad idea. This was really a bad idea for everyone and on all sides of the party, right? Especially for Kanye. I mean, he's now banned on Twitter, and he's just destroying his image. Do I think he can come back from this? I do. Believe it or not, I actually think he can come back from this. Will it take a couple years? Absolutely. 5 years, 10 years? Probably. You know, but he can surely come back from it. He's just going through stuff, and people need to quit platforming him because he's putting these ideals out there, and it's attracting a hateful audience that actually believes what he's saying is the true word. It's the word of Jesus, you know? And I get the idea. People are like, you know, it's him speaking love into existence. He wants to love everybody, loving Hitler, loving the Nazis. You just can't say some of those things. I mean, this is somebody who is clearly not of their sane mind 100%. Like, they're not really there. They're in a manic state where they're saying things that are contradictory to popular belief, and they're spewing things out there that they know most people are completely against, because that's what being manic is all about. You know, you're doing crazy things, what was deemed crazy, and you don't even know you're manic because your mind is in an altered state of reality. Does that make sense? Like, you can do research on people who've gone through manic states, and that's what will come up. But I mean, we'll check out what has been said and done, and I mean, yeah.
This is lit. Number one show in the world right now.
Lit. This is lit.